Hey guys, welcome to a new video. It's been a while since I posted my last one, but I'm hoping that I can start a new series right now where I can go through me actually creating something that me personally, find a lot of value in, and so more that I can learn about what it really means to code, and I can really hope show off to other people here. Hopefully, me recording myself in this video keeps me the slightest bit more accountable in it. For this, I guess it's sort of like a let's play, like a Minecraft let's play, or like a video game let's play, just that we'll be creating something, which is quite cool, which I feel like it is. One big thing that I do want to do for me, one big restriction that I did put in is that I don't really want to use AI, especially for the code part. It's good. I can use it for the design, I can use it for implementation, or simply perhaps as a tool on like which tool for me to use moving forward. But the actual code wise, I actually want to get into the documentation, read some documents, see how it works under this under the thing, and yeah, get it too good. I don't expect I will finish this project quickly. I do expect I will take a couple of months to finish this off, but knowing that, I do hope that I do have a fun time with it, especially because it is something that I am quite interested in. Um, the video idea actually came up with a friend that I was hanging out with, and we were talking, and then one of the things that we were talking about is food places. We were both like really both into food, talking about different types of food and what other types of food that we need to try. Seeing that I will be going overseas in a couple of months, it would be nice to be able to track all of the food places that I've been to. And sure, I can do this on an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheets, which to be honest is probably easier to actually maintain and work on. But seeing that I do have a degree in software engineering and soon to be joining the workforce, I do imagine it would be good for me to get at least one good solid personal project down on my chain that I can talk to other people about. So the deployment wise, I'm just going to deploy it on some free Vercel tier that I can get on the internet, unless it becomes really big. It's going to be a web app. Maybe I was thinking of an iOS app mainly because it is, I will be doing it on my phone, but iOS apps, it's like $100 just to get a license to publish to the App Store. So maybe if it is quite good, then that is something I can look into. But for now, we're just gonna do a web app. A web app works fine for your phone. I think there's something called like a WPA, especially if you can add that to your home screen, then it's basically an app. But the main idea that what we want to do is, what I want to do is, the main thing is, so you'd go on the app and it give you an option, and one of the two options would be two options. The first option is to take a photo with your camera at that current moment, and the other one is to look at the list. So taking a photo, you'll be able to take photos of your food that you're eating. You can take as many photos as you want, or you can take none. After that, you'll fill in some forms. I'm hoping to use some sort of location data, and they'll like fill out some as much as they can. There'll be some fields such as like stars, cost. There'll be like a field like must try food you must here, or like not the best food that you can. I guess it depends on how many stuff that you've ordered. And yeah, you'll be able to rate it. And then once you post it, it will get saved to a database, and then you'll be able to see it from a list. Our list will have options. Our list will have options such as places I've been to and places I want to go. That's just the MVP for now, nothing too crazy. But further down the line, I can definitely think where it might be cool to have like fine restaurants near me or fine cuisines near me, depending on your location currently and your nearby restaurants. I don't expect to do any user authentication simply because I don't really expect this app to get that big or at big at all. At best, I imagine it will be just me using it, to be honest. At best, I imagine it's just me. Maybe my friend will use it. Maybe my friend will hop in like every now and then just to check out how I'm doing to see if I actually use my app. Let's see if the app is actually any decent. I hope the UI UX is pretty good. But for the MVP, we're going to have one of the locations is going to be Hong Kong, and the other location is going to be Sydney. So I imagine the locations don't really matter that much. But Yeah, for the actual technology, for the front end, I'm imagining I'm going to use TypeScript. To be honest, I'm not too sure. TypeScript with React. I'm going to use React for the UIs. And then the backend is going to be Python. I really want to use Python. Backend is going to be Python with fast API for the route handling. And then behind that, I'm going to have a Postgres database. I do actually have experience with all three, but at the top of my head, I actually don't remember how any of these actually work. I remember some sort of ORM to talk to the object relational map to talk to the database, and how I should have objects, DTOs maybe. And another part I do remember that I should have like a controller, I think. Maybe that's like a Java thing. I do know in Java you have controllers and services where you can map the direction into a service that you're looking for. Not too sure what's the best thing in Python. I guess that's a part of the research that I will be doing. But with the gist of it, that is what I want to do for my app. Yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah, I actually created the Git repo. I am in Yummy, but I realized that this might not work, so we'll just go up one and then clone it into that, and then we can go into Yummy like that. Yeah, wait 1 second. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. So the Yummy folder I had before was empty, and the name was the same, but I guess Git doesn't really care. Well, no, I'm sure it cares, but if it's empty, I guess it just overwrites it, which is like really cool. CMD is cool, but do want to use PowerShell. Wait, does this tell me my branches, what branch I'm on? No, okay. Damn. I guess that's not a thing yet. But, oh, how do I create a new branch? How do I create a new branch? Oh, how do I get help? Yeah, how do I create a new branch using branch? Let's see. Copy a branch. That's not what I want to do. Oh, I usually create branches using checkout, get checkout dash B, which creates the branch and then moves to it as well. But I've actually forgotten how to create a new branch just using get branch. Can I even do that? Um, wait, can I not create a new branch? I'm sure it's here. Maybe I just missed it. Verbose, no. Quiet, no. Nope, nope. Maybe I just do the name, get branch. So I'm gonna have a develop branch. Ah, that does create the branch, okay. So it's just get branch and the name, which I spelled wrong, which is fine. Develop. Oops, get branch, develop, and then get branch. So develop actually tracks main at this point. And we only have one commit, which is my initial commit. And then another one that I can have, I guess, is actually I can just start off from develop. I'm not gonna, yeah, I can just start it from develop. I reckon it'll be fine. I have a readme, it's empty, yummy, and I have a get ignore, which is just the default one that GitHub provides you with. So I guess I can start with the right readme. So it's gonna be tailscript? No, TypeScript. It's gonna be TypeScript plus React. For the UI, I'm not too sure what I use. Maybe Material UI. Sounds pretty cool. And then for the backend, I'm going to use Python and Fast API. And then I have a Postgres database running in the behind. For now, I'll be running it locally, so it should be free. But once I do try to deploy it online, I'm not too sure what I'll use. I think Vercel has a free tier. I definitely know VersalCan has a free tier to deploy the site, but I'm just worried about the database. Worst comes to worst, like literally worst comes to worst, I'm sure I can use AWS and they'll give me some free credits. because I'm not trying to commercialize this, and it's just, to be honest, it's more of a project rather than anything. Yeah. I actually don't know how to get started. Like, I'm guessing I'm supposed to do some designing. So why don't we get into some designing? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ask ChatGPT. So I am creating a new web app. I don't know where to start. I have a tech stack, but I don't know what I need to build first. Take me through some ways I can design this. Okay, so I did some snooping around the internet on what the best way to start is, and everyone's telling me such conflicting things. So, and it's quite hard to actually decide what to start on. So I think a good one to actually start on is I will. But one thing that everyone did seem to agree on that is good is that we can start small, incremental, and we'll build upon it incrementally. So, whoops. So build incrementally. So the first thing that really comes to my mind is I need to be able to add new I need to be able to add new restaurants to my website. And obviously what strikes my mind is my first thing is the Postgres database. So I need to define a schema that's going to hold the data. So yeah, why don't we get into that? I don't even know how to get started. So let's do Postgres. How to create Postgres DB for project. Um, yeah, wait, I actually have to decide on, wait, okay. So for my web app, I want to use Postgres, but it will be hosted online. Is it fine to test with a local Postgres instance? And then if it works, find out to work with it later on. Wait, I'm actually, wait, so my code actually needs to define the Postgres database as well. Hmm. Okay. Don't tell me too much stuff. For the schemas. Okay. Should I be using Docker? Should I be using Docker? Should I be using Docker? I think I should be using Docker. I think I should be using Docker? I think I am. I think I am supposed to. Actually, I'm not too sure. I think it'll help with development if I use Docker. If I do containerize my, but like, do I really need to? Okay, let's get to using Docker on Windows. I think I do need to use WSL because yeah. Let's see on there's pretty sure I do have Docker installed. I have Docker desktop. Let's see. Why is my Docker engine stopped? Okay. I think I deleted my WSL because it took up a lot of space, which is kind of dumb for me to do. I thought I never used Docker again, but obviously I am. Oh yeah, I think that's because I did the download. Yeah. I am going to be using WSL. think I'll be using WSL. I don't really know why I'll be using WSL, but like that's the one that I've been provided with Docker Desktop when I first set it up. I think I said I would use WSL. Let's use dark theme for this. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I turns out I didn't enable virtualization in my CPU. So, um, don't think I need Rancher Desktop. I do have. I don't think I actually need it. The Docker Desktop engine is running. I do have. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually update Docker Desktop while I'm at it. Then we can read about setting up Postgres on Docker. So yeah. Hmm. Maybe I do need. Docker is running. WSL integration. Okay, let's see if I can actually disable this integration. I'm not too sure if I need Rancher. I I think Rancher is like Docker engine, I believe. I can use it to run Docker, but there's no need. There's no like specific reason for me to be using both at the same time. Uh, but yeah, while it's downloading, let's sort of read. Cool. Shouldn't be able to run right now because my engine isn't like running. Let's see if it does work though. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll actually come back once Docker Desktop has updated. Okay, so it seems like I do have Rancher Desktop and Docker Desktop both in my computer. I only want Docker Desktop, so let's delete unregistered Rancher Desktop and data as well. For some reason, those two are both there. And then if we restart the WSL integration, that shouldn't happen anymore. But let's see. Either way, seeing I already actually have Postgres 15 in my one of my images in Docker. I think I did use it before for one of my university courses, so that's good. I'm guessing I just need to start it up, but it's been a while. Okay, no, no, no. Did they not do... Okay, now it is. Docker collect diamond. Yeah, that's fine. Just get 20 KB. Okay, cool, yep. So that's actually fine. So what about Postgres? So I can start up my Postgres. Hmm, okay. So for locally testing, I guess I can spin up a Postgres image. I have Postgres, well, the image is already there. I can spin up a Postgres container. And then, yeah, actually having trouble thinking. So I have Postgres. So how do I do, it would be better to read over here. in Postgres using Pi. Okay. How do you use the module to connect Postgres and perform SQL queries and database operations? Good. So this will be like creating stuff. So these are the different Python modules we can use. Actually, just before I do that, let's create a venv. Is that how I create a venv? Let's see. Python 3 create venv. Pretty sure this is a part of the default one. So just create the root directory python m venv.venv. That's going to create it there. Cool. Oh, still creating it. It's not giving me any return back. Guessing it's still creating it. There we go. And how do I activate it for? Activate venv for Windows. Oh, .venv, not get. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Scripts activate .bat. Cool. There we have my virtual environment done. Let's start reading this. It is thread safe. Damn. Threads keep and share connections. Wow. So I need to install pip. So I do have my virtual environment done. So let's actually make a requirements.txt file. I think I do pip install.r requirements.txt. Oh, I think I typed it wrong. PSYCOPG 2. No, I think we can download the latest PA. Damn, it's 3. Damn, okay. We really got to 3. Oh. There we go. Did that work? Okay. I don't think it actually updated. No. Hmm. This is the successor. Okay. I'm sure everything here will work. I'm not using Anaconda. Okay. So in this section we will learn. Let's actually write down the database connection. So on my PowerShell, I'm gonna write docker run p532 32. Container name is gonna be yum. E postgres. Password is gonna be 134 d, and then we'll pass that. Oh, you should be able to find it later, Lee. 15. There we go. If we go look here, now containers, we should have container currently running. Cool. Um, I think dbbeaver. dbbeaver, is this a good one? I might use dbbeaver. Yeah, let's try use dbbeaver to actually look at my Postgres. I could use anything, but I think dbbeaver. dbbeaver. dbeaver. It's not even dbbeaver, it's just dbeaver. Would be a good one. Yeah, just me. Include Java. Huh. I think I need Java. Right. So let's actually try use db. Wait, I have a db browser? Oh, it's SQLite though. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I guess I need to install Java. Whoops. I thought I had Java. Is it not my path? That's I'm not sure. I'm surprised that it doesn't run, but it's alright. I actually don't know a lot of stuff, huh? Either way, we got dbbeaver. We have our Postgres image container running. What is this? Exclude. Yep, yep, exclude it. Yep, do not share data, do not, nope. And let's actually connect to our Postgres. We're going to connect with host 45432 database Postgres. And 1234. Oh, download some Postgres. Yeah, download them all. Okay, wait, what I should have done is I should have tested this first before I just simply press connect. Hmm. Can I test connection? I can. Docker.host.internal. Really? Localhost? What's the password? Does this matter? I don't think it does. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What? That's literally my password. That is literally what I wrote. 1234. What? I'm literally tripping. Um, What? Okay. There's something definitely wrong. Am I tripping? Why can't I log in? Okay. Postgres password. Did I type that wrong? Postgres password. Hmm. Hmm. Whoops. Docker. Connect to, what is it? Connect to Docker Postgres from, yeah. Hmm. What? Okay. How is this guy connecting? Why can't I connect? Wait, I'm literally so lost. Hmm. Okay, that's fine. What I will try to do is I will Docker run name Really? Do I have to do Postgres as well? Does that matter? Just don't know. Maybe it does. Localhost 5432. It's going to be Postgres. Okay. Okay. What is this? JDBC. Wait, can I even get to that? Wait, can I do that? Localhost. 5432. Where is it on? 5432. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay, so I seem to fix the problem. The problem was that the poll was actually taken by a earlier Postgres by 5432, but that never got correctly handled. I changed my Docker port to 5433 and I was able to connect properly. So let's see. Yeah. So I killed, I killed the previous Postgres because who knows how long that was running, and now I can use 5432 properly. As we can see that there's only one database in right now, so there's nothing else. So we'll have to create a database for this as well. I think I did Postgres for this. Images 15. Okay, so when we do end up deploying, we're going to have I'm guessing we're going to have a Docker file, and the Docker file is going to point to an init script, and the init script is going to point to something in which that something clearly defines our Postgres database. But what we have for testing right now, I don't think we want to like recreate that Postgres database every time we will run it. So we can have a persistent Postgres right now, and we can sort out the schemas in the database and just take one thing at a time. So how I might code it is I might do the database. Well, I might do the database and then I'll do the backend where we try to add data in, and then I'll try to do the front end so that we can see if we can see anything on the front end like that. For now, that's the end of this video. To be honest, we didn't get a lot of done. It is a lot of like infrastructure work. Took much more time than I thought that I actually did. But yeah, hopefully in the next video we'll be able to actually start writing some code.